What's up, pastors? Are you sometimes frustrated or find it difficult to sync up what your slides are and your notes? Or maybe you're just at a standstill and you're trying to think of something different to do with your notes to help you be more effective in presenting your sermon to the people who listen each week. Well, I found a great solution to revolutionize your sermon notes and slides to go hand in hand to help you give an effective sermon, ultimately leading to better preaching in your church. I'm going to give you the tools to do so. Let's go. We're going to go to Canva. That's canva.com. I'll put a link in the description to another video I did on how to use Canva, how to use it effectively, and some different tools it has. But when I go to Canva, I'm simply going to go to presentation 16:9 and click on that. So for Sunday morning service, I make all my slides in Canva. What I typically do then is I might download them or I can use them right here using this presentation software that they have. Or what I do is I can download them, put them in PowerPoint, stick them on the computer in the back, but I can use the presentation aspect of it on this as well to help you sync up what's happening in the back to keeping your notes. That way, again, we don't have this large, paperwork or manuscript out in front of us and all these other pieces that go with it. So when I create these slides, I'll put another link in here to show you a little bit more about how I do that in another video I created. But mainly, I just go in here and I'll create my sermon slides. I'll make them all look the same to keep consistency with that. Again, this is the Christmas season, so there's already some pre-one dones in here. And let's just go with it. It's called Jesus the Messiah. And typically what I do is I like to have my verses all look the same. This is one that they give us. Typically what I do though is I'll do something with a blank page and I'll put in the scripture here and then whatever that is. And then typically I will simply add a line down at the bottom and then run it across. And I'll type in whatever the reference is. So again, that's just a way to build slides. Typically, I try to put in pictures. I put in other pieces to it as well. If I get a picture, I can get it from the internet or different things, and I'll just throw it into my sermon all in here. And you can work on that. I'll put the other video in here to kind of how to build it out more. But what I want to show you though is this presentation aspect of this. So you go up here to present, and you click presenter view. Click present. You're gonna have these two pieces come up. And you just get out of the first one, and here is where your sermon would be. So the nice thing is you can look at what slides are coming next, and then over here on the right hand side you can add your own notes to the design to make it how you want it to be. So you can write, make whatever intro prayer, intro to series, whatever else you might want to be. Let's just say, for instance, this is we know this is a slide for scripture, but let's just say, for instance, this was a big idea point, right? You can write notes in here, like write ideas about, like, Matthew 2, who the wise men were, and you can write some notes about them. Came from the east. So once you get into your sermon on a Sunday morning, coming through here, your notes are right there. You click over to the right, just using whatever device you want to use. And again, your notes would be there. So you can kind of combine both into one. That way you're not, again, having a big manuscript, fumbling over one, looking at another, or whatever it might be as well. Let me see if I can show us one that I've previously used in prior times. All right, so here's one I've done called an invitation to rest. A message I've preached. We'll go through this so you can see this a little more effectively. Again, go to the present. I'm just going to go to present. I don't actually want to present full screen. I'm going to go to present and I'm going to click presenter view. Right. All right. Okay. So here I have just again a picture with some just some things that spark my mind, an idea of my intro, kind of a story that goes along with this riptide, and then it kind of brings us. Sometimes I have notes, sometimes I don't. Verse 25, I'll give some context from verse 20 right before Matthew 11. Again, just giving this idea. Again, you can see here the idea of the notes. And in a situation like this, I preached this at a new location I'd never been to, and able to have the PowerPoint in the back on a computer and go. They can either click through your slides, you can click through it, but it kind of brings them together, my notes and my slides all in one place, being able to present more effectively and maybe not having to flip so much or turn or look at this and look at that. It's revolutionized the way you preach because everything's right there in one place. And I think there's a lot less planning you have to do. So what I would encourage you to do is look to try not to have so many just notes on paper or written down. Just do your slides and do a couple notes to go along with it, and see how that preaching goes like that. Come to life. Walk away from the your pulpit or your table, whatever you're preaching from. Walk away from it a little bit and help people see that the message is real and authentic to you as well, and make it come to life a little more. If you have any questions about this, write down in the comment section. This is a great way, again, to revolutionize your preaching using this tool through Canva, presentation, view, and mode.